Okay, so I'm going to watch MSNBC and Joy Reid, Dark MAGA. Okay, we're going to listen to Joy Reid spin her conspiracy theories and tell us how we're all embarrassing for supporting Donald Trump. And we're going to listen to it from his Why Are You Gay?
Why are you gay?
Huh? You remember that? You remember that, Joy? Why are you gay? You remember when you sent out those homophobic tweets? Yeah, we still remember that. We remember that.
But we begin tonight with the manic, bizarre, and frankly childish fanboying of Donald Trump, as illustrated by ultimate fanboy Elon Musk, literally jumping up and down on stage with Trump during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. It was not just weird and meme-worthy, sparking...
All right, I just want to clear up this whole dark MAGA thing and how it's dorky and it made a bunch of memes. Well, what Elon Musk was doing was riffing off of that corny meme that the left came up with when everybody was calling Joe Biden Brandon and FJB and everything. So the left tried to come up with a meme to try and spin it and make Biden look cool or sound cool. And they called him Dark Brandon. So at the first rise of Dark Brandon, President Biden's cooler, laser-eyed internet alter ego presented us with a number of complicated questions about memes and their origins. Who gets to decide what a meme means? Can a meme be born in darkness? So that's where it came from. But we're the corny ones, huh? We're the corny ones?
Hilarious online monikers like Dork MAGA and 2Live Coup, but also ominous, given some of the frankly alarming things Musk has been saying. But when you look at the people backing Trump, some of the most notable ones, I should say, are steeped in this precise moment.
I, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, do hereby swear to be faithful to the Republic of South Africa.
That moment in South Africa when Nelson Mandela became president, giving hope to people not just in South Africa, but around the world. An anti-apartheid activist and former political prisoner inaugurated as president of South Africa.
So you can already see where this is going, huh? You can already see where this is going. She's going to tie this in somehow and show how Elon Musk is racist because there was apartheid in South Africa. And guess where Elon Musk is from? South Africa. Wow.
Wow.
The apartheid activist and former political prisoner inaugurated as president of South Africa just 4 years after the end of apartheid. But for Afrikaners, meaning South Africans of European descent, it was a moment of panic. An official end of racial segregation, a policy that benefited them and only them, despite them comprising less than 10% of the population, by separating the minority white population and designating areas and activities prohibited to the Black indigenous Africans who comprised 80% of the population. All white enclaves flourished under segregation and anti-Black government propaganda. Think Jim Crow America.
All I want is my churches must be white, my schools must be white, and my residence area should be white also.
And while some Afrikaners welcomed the end of apartheid, many others fled in fear of Black power. It was known as the White Exodus. Some of MAGA's most significant backers were teenagers or very young adults when apartheid was eradicated.
Well, you see that? Elon Musk immigrated out of South Africa to escape Black people. He came over here to escape the apartheid. He didn't come over here to study business or physics or, be closer to Silicon Valley. No, he came to escape Black people. He came to the most ethnically diverse country there is to escape Black people. Yeah, that makes sense. Except it doesn't make sense. It only makes sense when you realize that these people will put anything together to try and smear their target. It's just like Hillary Clinton said. She came out, and this went over a lot of people's head, but what she mentioned, some author, I don't know his name, and said, media journalists should be objective. And by objective, I mean they should cover the object. And what that was him being tongue-in-cheek, saying that he doesn't believe that journalists should be objective. They should target individuals that they're meant to target. And that's exactly what Joy Reid is doing. She's being a good little journalist. Okay? And you don't think that there's a bunch of think tanks and groups out there shopping these ideas around, selling it off to these news companies about how to smear their target? I think that's exactly what's going on. You know, they're trying to make an example out of him. You know, on CNN, some dude came on there and he was like, Elon must be supporting Trump because there might be some shady deals that he's doing in business that we need to investigate. You know, maybe there's some crimes we need to look into. We see what we did to Trump, right? Now you're supporting Trump. We're going to do the same thing to you. And you see them rolling up the gears to try and smear Elon as racist, showing them, hey, we did it to him and we'll do it to you.
Them off. We have Elon Musk, who lived in South Africa until he was 17. David Sachs, the venture capitalist who left as a child and who has become a fundraiser for Donald Trump and a troll of Ukraine. Peter Thiel, an early Trump backer who spent years of his childhood in South Africa and Namibia, where his father was involved in uranium mining as part of the apartheid regime's drive to acquire nuclear weapons. And a lesser-known Paul Ferber, a South African software developer and tech journalist living near Johannesburg, who has been identified by two teams of forensic linguists as the originator of the QAnon conspiracy, an allegation Ferber denies. All of these men, their formative experiences in apartheid South Africa. Now, we in America are facing a moment when our politics are turning into their politics.
So everybody that immigrated over from South Africa who's white is racist, huh? Every single person, especially the ones with money. Doesn't really make sense. But, you know, I guess there could be, you know, a few of them that are racist, but there is no proof of that at all. You're just tying things together and they know that their audience is so dumb. They're just sitting there wide-eyed. Oh my God, my mind is blown. And also that Paul Ferber thing is saying a linguist has uncovered that he was the QAnon conspiracy maker. So you're telling me that a linguist he got together, he uses the same words as Paul Ferber. He's got the same type of writing style. It's him. So can you take that to court? Is that court evidence? I don't think so.
Sounding more and more like the old Afrikaner parties, ranting about low birth rates, going after immigration and portraying immigrants of color as violent savages. The idea that democracy will end if their white male patriarch is not elected. They're going so far as to lie about the opposing party, about whether the Biden-Harris administration is actually helping people in a hurricane, or lying and claiming disaster relief funds are being diverted to help undocumented.
So you see the problem that they have. They want to keep using the same old playbook, and Trump is racist and he thinks immigrants of color are savages, but everybody is starting to see that Trump isn't a racist. Okay? He believes black, white, yellow, whatever, we're all one thing first. We're Americans first. And Americans should come first, not last. Okay? Biden-Harris's administration is the administration of America last. And people of all different cultures are starting to see this. And this is the problem that they have, because they weren't able to get rid of TikTok. And people are now showing their own experiences about the consequences of unvetted immigrants coming over into their towns, and the resources that are being drained, homes that are being taken, the market of the homes that are going up, okay? The benefits that they're receiving in front of Americans. The temp agencies are told to give these immigrants jobs first, Americans last. Okay? They're getting driver's license and they can't even drive. How are they passing these driving tests? They're hitting children, getting into crashes, running into stores. And that's not conspiracy theory. Okay? I mean, you got YouTubers that are picking these stories up and going down into these towns and talking to the officials, talking to the people that are in this neighborhood, that their home's been destroyed because a Haitian migrant ran into it. Okay? So regardless of what race they are, you're going to have problems when you have unvetted illegal immigrants flood into a city. You see what happened in Venezuela with the gangs that took over the apartment complexes? That's what's going to happen because you don't know who these people are. They haven't gone through the proper procedures. And you know what? Where America is right now, there should be a limited amount of migration, period, but definitely not unvetted and unrestricted illegal immigration where these people can just get on the CBP app and say, okay, I need benefits, I need a driver's license, and I want a pathway to amnesty. It's not going to work, and the American people are waking up to this. And now we got TikToks going on and YouTubers going and showing what's happening, in these hurricane disaster relief. So no matter how many times these corrupt governors say, thank you, Kamala, thank you for the great thing that you have, the people that are on the ground that are showing what's going on the ground, FEMA is nowhere to be found. Okay? These people are struggling, and you're sitting there on a podcast laughing it up, doing photo ops where it's safe, where people are clean and they got freshly pressed clothes. Meanwhile, people are starving. People are waking up and it's not working anymore. Black, white, Asian, it doesn't matter.
Disaster relief funds are being diverted to help undocumented immigrants. Lies, lies, all lies. And let's not forget their overarching lie about climate change being a hoax. Even as Hurricane Milton strengthened from a tropical storm to a Category 5 hurricane in just over a day, part of a trend of rapidly intensifying storms fueled by the climate crisis. But instead of putting their energy toward helping those in need, these Republicans are looking to terrify people with racist, dehumanizing lies about Haitians or Venezuelans, and Trump's now thrown in people from the Congo. The point is to terrify white voters and vulnerable voters of color into running into the arms of the autocrat, Trump, the only one who can save them from the savages. It is the Afrikaning of American politics, which should alarm us greatly, given the brutality, fascism, and racism of the apartheid era, and how right-wing Afrikaners like Elon Musk may have been shaped by growing up and coming of age during the institutionalized oppression of Black people and its abrupt, ignominious end. The Financial Times notes how Musk warned in 2023 about potential genocide of white people in South Africa. Trump's recent claim about American girls being raped and sodomized and murdered by savage criminal aliens preyed on similar white fears.
No matter how many times she says lies, 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 it doesn't make it true. Okay? Anybody can go through the FEMA's allocation of funds, which they just received $20 billion. But we can see how much they spent on migrant assistance. Okay? $640 million. Okay? We know how much Biden sent right after Congress went out, $2.4 billion, putting in his bill where he can send Ukraine and Israel as much money as they want without having to go to Congress. Yeah, we see all that. And as far as this hurricane and the climate denial and everything like that, that's really a topic for another video, and I'll probably go into it. But it's not a consensus, okay? And it never has been. But we're talking about a theory where the effect since the Industrial Revolution until now has been 1 degree. 1 degree. Okay? But I'm going to tell you something else. These hurricanes, they are not natural. Okay? I don't care what anybody says. They are not natural. Okay? They don't come onto land and pick up speed. Okay? It's never been like that. They don't come on land and wreck everything and then pick up speed and turn through this state and go, 3 or 4 states down the road and make all these turns. Everybody knows there's something wrong. And, I'll get into that. I might make a video about that, but these are not natural. But, I'm probably going to cut it here. I'm going to have to build up my tolerance to take all this crap, from reacting to these videos. But, this is the difference between the administrations shown right here. Okay. She tries to say that Trump and JD Vance and everybody is trying to fearmonger the public into coming into Trump's arms. But you see, it's the exact opposite. When they asked JD Vance about why Trump brought up the Haitians eating cats and dogs, he said, well, I received reports from people in Ohio that was happening. And when I get that many reports, yeah, I'm going to bring it up because that's an issue that my people are struggling with. He didn't say my white people are struggling with this. He didn't say I made it up because it would make a good headline. No. He brought it up because that's what the people were saying. And that's one thing that they try to hide from you. Trump, JD Vance, RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, Vivek, they are expressing the concerns of the American public and bringing that onto the forefront so that we can discuss it. And they try to twist it around because that's Trump's strength. Okay? He is a man of the people. And Kamala and Joe Biden, everybody knows that they're puppets, and they are the men and women of establishment. And what Joy Reid is doing right now is she is toting the line of the establishment, telling you that the people that you see telling you about their struggles are liars. So I would love to see them go down there and interview them and call them liars to their face. Tell them that they're fear-mongering to their face. Would they ever do that? They don't even cover it. If it wasn't for the people bringing it up and making such a big fuss about it, then we wouldn't hear about it at all. And they're in big trouble too, because I'm looking through Twitter. I hardly get on Twitter. I'd have my girl sit there and show me what I was actually doing, but they've messed up. I mean, with this hurricane, they are scared because they've pissed off their biggest demographic. I saw so many pissed off women under Kamala's tweets. And she has 15 million followers on her Twitter. And her tweets are getting like 6K likes, 5.9 likes. That is a 0.024% ratio. And under the comments, just everybody slamming her. Maybe you'll see one moron on there, but everybody slamming it. So many women, they are in trouble. And the only option that they have is to try and steal this election and try to show these fake polls that they got out. That's their only option, okay? The people have woken up and they are fed up about it. So they're going to get up to something. So please get out there and vote, okay? Spread the word. Give my video a like and subscribe. And just, keep strong, okay? Thank you guys all for watching. And, maybe I'll keep this up if you guys like it. Give me a comment. Let me know if you liked it, okay?